Marvin's enjoying that payday, Bo Brock. And again, it's the number one paid receiver in this rookie class. But in relation to, you would assume, his production and in comparison to some of the players that he's going to be compared to this year and beyond, it's a steal of a deal. It's almost like the QB cheat with the rookie contract, but Marvin Harrison Jr., just like a Justin Jefferson once upon a time, you get a player of this caliber on a rookie contract, you're living good if you're Monty Austin.
Yeah, it's the type of move that can just expedite a rebuild and put you right in the thick of things in January, maybe early February, by the benefit of taking advantage of a premium paid position in wide receiver and riding it, deep into the playoffs with you're paying your quarterback a lot of money. That's already a box checked, right? But you've got a left tackle and now a big time playmaker that you can start to kind of forecast is going to be right there, top 15, top 10, top 5 wide receiver, maybe as early as like mid-season.
Yeah.
And you're going to benefit from him making way less than the guys that are, top wide receivers, but also top earners in this league. I was just kind of checking it out. The salaries at the position, and Davante Adams inked the most lucrative deal, and he's a top in total monies. And you're seeing AJ Brown, and he signed a big lucrative deal. And Marvin Harrison Jr., like, he's making good money, obviously 4th overall pick, close to $35 million in total. But like total monies, Johnny, he's like top 25, just inside the top 25 as far as that goes. And then as far as just average per year, he's barely inside the top 30. And he's got some real like ham sandwich type wide receivers just ahead of him in the average per year pay scale. It's crazy.
Yeah, let's take a look at the list here. Wide receiver salaries after Marvin Harrison Jr. Dante Johnson ahead of Marvin is gross. If you're a Carolina Panthers fan, you got to throw up in your mouth a little bit. How about Gabe Davis, who consistently disappears for long stretches of the season? $39 million. Daryl Mooney, who I forgot he was number one still in the league and on the Falcons. He's making $39 million. Mike Evans, well-deserved, $41 million. Alan Lazard at $44 million. You might as well just take that money and flush it down the toilet. He was unbelievably bad last year. Jerry Jeudy, who dropped everything in Denver and was basically a non-factor at times, is making $52.5 million.
That's new money. That's new money. Cleveland traded for him and gave him that contract. It's unbelievable.
That's one of the grossest contracts I've ever seen. I mean, it's like, well, let's keep this list up a little bit if we could, Damon. I'm going to tell you right now, this is why you draft top-end receivers. This is why you draft top-end defensive tackles, because if not, you're overpaying them. Like all these guys ahead of Marvin Harrison Jr. are not on their first contract with their first team, like an extension. Like Gabe Davis, Daryl Mooney, Alan Lazard, Jerry Jeudy, they all played for other teams, right? And all these teams missed on receivers in the draft or didn't have a opportunity to draft an MHJ, and so they had to go out and spend this dumb money. Calvin Ridley making $92 million for the Tennessee Titans. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a better receiver right now today than Calvin Ridley is. And the difference in their contract is almost $60 million. That's insane.
It is insane. It's absolutely just wild. And Donnie making a good point, picking spreads. You can soon add to this list Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, and Jalen Waddle. Waddle's actually below, and so is Chase. And I think Jefferson, just because, like the rookie pay scale increases each and every year. So Marvin Harrison Jr. is making, on average, more money than Chase and Waddle, who were also top 10 picks in their own right. But yeah, those guys are going to eclipse Marv. And then Marv can start to make, Adams, Amon-Ra money, Tyreek Hill money, probably as early as his second deal. And he'll be eligible to sign that after his third full season in the league. But until then, until he's done playing his 5th year option, which, you can forecast right now, the Arizona Cardinals are more than likely to pick up, barring anything, unfortunate. Yeah, just pick it up right now. They're getting a steal. They're getting an absolute steal. Like, you start looking at, those bottom feeders like Alan Lazard, or guys that just sign deals this offseason, as you mentioned, Darnell Mooney and Gabe Davis. I mean, you pit Marvin Harrison Jr. like Marvin Harrison Jr. absolutely is better than those guys. You could start pitting Michael Wilson in his 3rd round wide receiver contract against those guys too. And I take Michael Wilson over those guys.
Okay, so I'm not going to flub this up. Let's do guess stats again. I want you to try to guess Allen Lazard's stat line from last year with the Jets. Now, no Aaron Rodgers, who is the advocate to bring him here. He was an undrafted free agent back in 2018. So I'm not making fun of him. He's made his money, but just take a guess what the Jets, as you know now, are paying him. What was his stat line last year?
I think in place of stats, there's just poop emojis.
23 catches, 311 yards, 1 touchdown for Allen Lazard last year.
It's bad.
And wasn't he healthy? Like, there's just a complete disaster. Couldn't separate, couldn't move.
He was missing for, I think, a couple. They were looking for him. They couldn't find him on game days.
We did a fun little skit yesterday where Damon and I took a bunch of comparable receivers for Marvin in terms of production. And who would you rather have? And it's interesting. Like, a lot of those names on this list, you'd obviously rather have than Marvin. We're already comparing, having not played it down in the NFL yet, Marvin to AJ Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Drake Londons of the world. Like, he's in that category of these either ascending players or the guys like, who would you rather have next year, Marvin or Davante Adams? I would rather have Marvin than Davante Adams, who's a descending player. So I think we're going to get to a point probably, I would hope by Thanksgiving this year where it's like unquestionably Marvin's a top 10 receiver in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean, still has a lot to prove. Like to say like it's easy you would take him over Davante. I know there's so many variables that play into it, and that's
just older.
The Cardinals would absolutely love to bet on the guy that they've got locked in for this steal of a deal for the next 4 to 5 years than having to pay a wide receiver $25-30 million like Davante Adams is paid. And that he's in his year 30 now, 31. So
he's 31.
Right. And develop that rapport with Kyler Murray, no doubt about it. But there are things that Davante Adams has done in this league that, I'd love to see Marvin Harrison Jr. do, but he still got to prove it to reach that level. Like, I don't want to disrespect Davante Adams, but I understand the variables that are at play, why you would say that.
I'll disrespect him, no problem. Speaking of disrespect, how about this? Merv busting a move, $5 super chat. Sources, Johnny Venerable, Illinois State, that is my alma mater, will skip the National Chugging League Combine to prep for the NCL 999 Challenge. He met with 2 breweries. I can neither confirm nor deny that. Merv put a smear campaign on the Twitter streets.
It's phenomenal.
For your boy the other day. I refused to retweet it, Merv. Because right now I'm locked in. I'm tuning out all the outside noise. I'm doing what Marvin did during the draft process. I'm focused at the task at hand. So I can't confirm or deny this report, Merv.
That's really, I can't believe that you would not retweet that. Actually, I'm going to go make sure I retweet it right now.
Let's not.
We're going to get it while we're doing the show because it was such phenomenal work from our guy Merv. Johnny is like the Bronny James of the combine. He had a horrible season. He averaged like 1.5 points per game, and he's going to sit out the combine and all that stuff. Well, good luck, Johnny.
I'm in an undrafted free agent position right now for sure. Damon Cat, look at this avatar, $1.99. Oh, really? Okay, Schleiman, I will expose the fraud. How about that? Look at that photo of Damon Cat.
Damon's it's I don't know how they come up with these and what software they use to smush and pull the faces, but well done. It's clearly the same person, by the way.
Blowbrock's back, $1.99. I like to believe it's not. I don't know who Schleiman is, but I am not the father. Wow. Okay. When we get Maury Povich on the show, he may beg to differ. How about this? Pick and Spreads Donnie, $2 friend of the program. Y'all think MHJ will get the NFLPA thing done soon? It is done. Donnie, he supposedly, according to Rap Sheet, signed his NFLPA deal. So he can start producing, they can start producing number 18 jerseys, and he can be in Madden, amongst other things. It's done. We don't know if the Fanatics suit has been dropped or not, but Marvin is locked in for everything he needs to be to have a profitable season on and off the field.
You want him to come to your fancy parties and all that stuff, drop the suit. Let's just get on. Let's let everybody get on with their lives. It was a bad deal for Marvin. He's going to be well worth more than that. Fanatics going to press him for that. They're gonna subpoena whatever they want to do. Like, let's just drop it. You want one of the best wide receivers to show up one of your parties with Tom Brady and Jay-Z and all that, and Devin Booker. Drop the suit if you ever want that to potentially happen.
Also, like Twitter's not real life. I know that, but 100% of the support I see whenever those tweets come up is F Fanatics. We don't like Fanatics. Go Marvin. They've been very pro Marvin Harrison Jr. And again, I'm not going to pretend to know all the details, but I would think if he didn't like the deal, it's mutual parting of ways. I think would be a good decision.